So guys, how's it going today? I just wanted to start by saying that the Tundra is back, and the Tundra, as well as my Camaro, which is also being stored at my cousin Erica's shop right now, earned a new nickname. My cousin has this fetish with naming all the vehicles that come into the shop, and well, the Camaro earned the name Beatrice for some reason, so I don't know why, but I like it. Her ZL1 she named Helen, which is also pretty creative, I think, and it suits the car. And the Tundra, for some reason the Tundra is being called Jethro, but I thought that was pretty funny, so I guess from now on we'll just refer to the Tundra as Jethro. Jethro and Beatrice. It's kind of a match made in heaven. It's kind of funny, but anyway, that's that. Jethro's back. He's looking pretty good. I'm going to show you the video now of the fog light install. Well guys, we're back in the shop tonight. King Tundra came back into our possession today. She's looking really good. We'll get some close-ups of the bodywork. Right now we have, I don't know if you can see it, headlight pulled back out. Changing the low beam that burn out, the HID, yeah, my bad, the LED. And we're going to be putting our fog lights in the bumper tonight in this video, and we'll be putting high beams in it. Yeah, so the thing that confuses me, I got my new box of the same bulbs from the same company. This is the one that burn out. It's got the little fan in it. Well, the new ones they sent me, same number, they do not have a fan. They just have this thingy stamped on the back. Isn't that weird? Oh, I guess we'll put it in and see what happens. Even the cord's different. This one's got like a square cord, it's short. It's got a round cord, it's long. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna change them both so they match, and we'll just keep the one with the fan. That still works as a spare, I guess. Alright guys, we got them in. I decided I didn't have to show you the process again since I already did an install video. Well, it's exactly the same for the high beams. They went in really well. Little 4.6 with a big old Volent cool air intake. I think I'll show you the rest of it. I had these made and I put them on. Nice. Got the drip guards on, they look nice. Look at, doors are all white and look good. The dents are gone. She looks pretty fucking good. Alright guys, now we got her up on the lift. The first thing you gotta do is, there's 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. And you can pull the inner fenders back to get to the fog lights, which if your truck has fog lights, this is how to change it too. But look at this. This truck is clean, okay? This is a 2011, and she's been in upstate New York for a couple years now. Fluid film undercoat, guys. No rust. The only rust on this truck is the exhaust. Gets surface rust in the drive shaft, of course, because I didn't undercoat that. But while I'm down here, I'll show you my custom exhaust. Glass packs. They rust so fast, but I got one with a Y. Went to a short glass pack, used some threaded rod as some hangers, welded them on. Yeah, that's the muffler. Right here there was the factory flanges, they rotted out, so I just cut them out. Sleeved them. Turned out pretty good. Well, let's get to it. See if we can see up in here what's going on. Let me find my light. Doom buggy, that's the next project. Working on that, we're gonna build that for my grandfather. I'm gonna do paint and everything on that old girl. Make her look pretty. Alright, so you see up in here, kind of. Apparently my truck's been wrecked before, because as you can see, it's got an aftermarket bumper on it. I had a little rust starting up in here, where I couldn't get with the fluid film, but we'll hit that before we get started. And it looks like there's a harness in there for fog lights. How cool would it be if my truck was pre-wired, and I could just plug it in? Yeah, that one looks like it's the same way. See it up in there? Zip tied up. Well, let's get to it. Let's see if it plugs in the fog light. It's in. Then we'll open the dash up and see if that's weird, and see if the switch that came with my kit fits. I doubt it, but maybe we'll get lucky. Now we gotta get these stock buckets out here. I gotta figure out how to do that, and I'll get right back to you on that. These fog light bezels literally just pop out, like super easy. You just get a corner star and they roll out. But after a slight learning curve on the other one and getting angry, I realized, one, these don't fit for shit. And two, whoops, sorry. You have to modify them to make them fit at all. That being said, we had to grind off the back part of the top clip, and we had to widen this one because the factory ones are much wider than these ones were. So they wouldn't clip into place, which led to an awful fit and me getting angry and almost breaking one. Okay, so after the modification, this is what they look like in. And it don't look too bad. I mean, the fit isn't perfect, like around on the inside bezel. It doesn't overlap the bumper. There's a small gap, but what do you want for $35, I guess? I mean, they don't look bad. They'll get the job done. They do what they're supposed to do. Like my bungee cord? Yep. So, on to the wiring. Now, guys, by now we know each other well enough. You know, I think our relationship's pretty good. We're growing strong. We're going strong, but let's face it, guys. We're not going to get married tomorrow, but I'm going to do my best to be as honest with you as possible. And so far, my feelings on this kit is that it sucks. I'm not overly happy with it. So the first part of the harness goes from fog light to fog light, straight shot with some pigtails off it. Now it's just long enough to make a straight run up through here and over to there to bridge the fog lights, and then you run a power wire up and you run a ground down. Now, to me, this is ghetto that there's a ground down here. So what I did was I picked a pre-threaded bolt hole in my frame, grounded off clean, and grounded it. I'll throw some black spray paint over it to keep it from rusting, and we'll move to the top. But as I said, so far I'm not impressed. I've had to modify the buckets so that way they fit. The wiring harness is cheesy, and my truck is pre-wired for fog lights, but all the plugs are different. So that's not going to work real well. Well, so far, boys and girls, this still is ghetto because the pigtail that comes off the wiring harness, that goes from fog light to fog light I was complaining about, comes up. I haven't tied it back yet because I'm still running wires, but it goes through here. Toyota gives you this convenient little hole right here that the plug fits through. You plug it in, it comes up into this mess, and then there's another ground, which I chose to ground to the battery terminal, because it comes with this handy little device here that I'm probably going to mount there and tuck my wires in. But as we're going through the firewall, always choose the path of least resistance. Down in here, Toyota left a handy dandy rubber port, which your wiring harness comes through, and somebody had cannibalized mine, sort of, for the power wires for the remote car starter to go through. It was in before I got it. Now, please remember, this won't look this bad once I get the wires fed through, and I'm going to seal it back up because I had to cut a hole. But make sure that when you cut that hole, you nick every one of the wires in that big wiring harness, okay? You didn't do it right if you get all done and the truck runs after. I mean, you want to cut them all. Just kidding. But anyway, I bucked my hole through. I pushed through a piece of mechanics wire, which I wrapped around the plug that's going to plug into the switch that came with the kit. Again, very ghetto. And we're going to drag it through. Just make sure when you hook it, it's hard to tell now because I moved it and it lost its thing. But you want to make sure it's not going to yank on the wires. You want it yanking on the plug. You want to make sure your hole's cut big enough to where it won't fight you much. Huh. Yay. Well, guys, they work. Now, what we did, you saw me run the wire up through. The only one you can see is this. The rest of them I ran in, I tucked them underneath the fuse box because I tapped into the back side of the fuse box, which was a nightmare. So we ended up using the wire tap to gain power, I used the fuse from that's in there and wired for the factory fog lights. So that was a nightmare because we had to take the fuse box out to do it right. We went in through the firewall. And this is the switch that came with it. That kind of irritates me as well, because why is it green? Like, it's for this truck, why wouldn't it be red or orange to fit the rest of it? But in the back of the fuse box down here, that's under the dash, if you have a Toyota, you know, you have to tap into a power source back there for the light to illuminate, which I probably shouldn't have even bothered, but I did. And I tapped into the wire for my power outlets. So that way, when the key is off, your fog lights go off. Just in case you forget to turn your switch off. Well guys, that was a process. Took me about 2 hours to install the fog lights. Like I said, my honest review, they suck. They don't fit for shit. You have to modify them. The wiring harness sucks. They're probably not going to stay in there very long, judging that my truck doesn't burn down tonight. And my battery's dying because I had the key on the whole time I was working on it like an idiot as I was searching for power. Yay, lucky me. But anyway, they work. It is what it is. Yep, dead. I'm gonna have to jump start it. But yeah, I'm gonna throw the inner fenders back together and I'm gonna go home because it's about midnight and I'm exhausted and I have to work tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe. Hope this helps a lot of you guys to not buy these fog lights. But if you do, well, this is how you do it. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye. So as I was making this video, guys, it dawned on me that I never mentioned another reason that you shouldn't buy these fog lights, and that is because if you remember on the unboxing, they were supposed to be a smoked finish fog light that I ordered, and they sent me clear, which was a little bit annoying, but I didn't want to wait. I wanted to put them in. I wish I just would have waited, sent them back now, because like I said before, I'm super unhappy with the quality. It's awful. The harness is cheap. Fog lights don't fit very good, but the other thing is their customer service, guys, is awful. I'm really upset because I've actually bought a lot of stuff from that company that was great. Like my headlights and my taillights, the smoky finish ones, came from that company, and the brand is actually Spyder, but whatever. They never responded to me. When I emailed them about that they sent me the wrong fog lights, they never even responded. So, not very good customer service. But anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit me up. If I can, get a real camera here soon, that my videos will be much better. That video would have been great if you could see half of what I was doing, probably. I'm sorry for that, but bear with me. Thanks. Have a good day.